Women of war and wisdom, Jael and the tent peg. There was a time when Israel lived in fear. King Jabin of Canaan ruled with a cruel hand. His commander, Sisera, led 900 iron chariots that crushed everything in their path. For 20 years, the people cried out to God for help, and God answered. Not through a warrior, but through a woman named Deborah, prophetess and judge. Deborah called Barak to lead Israel's army. He agreed, but only if she went with him. She said, "Very well, but the honor will not be yours. The Lord will deliver Sisera into the hands of a woman." When the battle began, God turned nature itself against Sisera. Rain flooded the valleys. Chariots sank in mud. Panic swept through his troops. Sisera fled on foot, armor heavy, pride broken. He came to the tent of Jael, wife of Heber the Kenite. Her family was on good terms with Sisera's people, so he thought he was safe. Jael stepped outside and said softly, "Come in, my lord. Do not be afraid." He entered, exhausted. She covered him with a blanket. When he asked for water, she gave him milk, warm and soothing, enough to lull him to sleep. Before closing his eyes, he told her to guard the tent. Jael watched Sisera sleep. Maybe she remembered the stories of Israel's God, the one who freed slaves and struck down tyrants. Maybe she thought of what would happen if Sisera lived to fight again. Whatever she thought became resolve. She reached for what she had, a tent peg and a hammer. The same tools she used to keep her home safe from the desert's winds became the instruments of deliverance. She knelt beside him and drove the peg through his temple into the earth. Just like that. When Barak arrived, Jael stepped out and said calmly, "Come, and I will show you the man you're looking for." Inside lay the once feared general, defeated by a housewife's hand. Later Deborah sang, "Blessed above women shall Jael be." No crown, no sword, no army, just courage, timing, and obedience when the moment came. Don't get stuck on the gore. This story isn't about violence. It's about courage, obedience, and knowing when to act. God can use ordinary hands to bring extraordinary victory. So let me ask you, what's in your tent? What's in your hand that you've been overlooking? Maybe it's your persistence when others quit. Maybe it's your notebook, your voice, your craft, your cooking, your art, your parenting, your compassion. That might be your hammer and tent peg. Have you ever been underestimated, seen as harmless, invisible, or powerless, only for your quiet strength to shift everything? Jael's story reminds us that you do not need anyone else's armor. The tools you use every day may be the very ones God intends to bring freedom, peace, and victory for you and for others. So the next time you feel small, dismissed, or underestimated, remember Jael. Ordinary tools, extraordinary impact.